The first home that we visited was in a very remote place. It took us a while to get there by vehicle up a rocky mountain, and then we parked, and then we had another 1/4 mile hike into the home. Very steep, very rocky, and then through a coffee field, and then over a plateau to the home. And so as we approached the home, I didn't even know what to expect in terms of, what does a home look like that somebody this far up in the mountains lives in, without electricity, with no running water. But as we approached the home, I could hear a wailing. And I don't know how else to describe it other than just wailing. And as we came around the corner, we saw this child she's 14. She barely weighs over 20 pounds. And due to some sort of birth defect, her legs did not continue to grow. So she moves about through the dirt just with her arms, and she scoots across the ground, and it was her who was wailing. And we came to learn that's what she did. She was nonverbal, and she wasn't necessarily upset or in pain at that moment, but that was just her communication method. And I was not prepared. And I can't really explain. I'm going to try to explain everything that I processed in that very short amount of time. The first thing was shock, utter shock and disbelief that someone lives in that condition physically and then lives in that condition in that environment. And so as I processed through the shock, just sadness overwhelmed me. But I didn't want to cry. I didn't want that family to see me cry. It was a mom, and I believe she was that girl's grandmother. I'm a little confused about the relation, but it was a woman, that child, and then another child who looked to be about 2 or 3, and he appeared to be in good health. But I didn't want to cry. I didn't want them to think that I felt pity, because just by virtue of the fact that that child was still alive meant that that woman loved and cared for her. And I wanted to honor the good job that she had done by trying to remain composed. But I can't express what came next. The woman, the gratitude that the woman showed for our visit. She shared that no one had ever come to pay her a visit. And not only were we there, but the mayor had come with us as well. And we brought her food, and we were able to pray with her and encourage her. But I can't explain that the blessing was received by me. The first thing that I experienced following that was just shame and guilt. That I have so much. And why is that fair? And the complaining and the mild discomfort that I may experience in a day because the line may be too long at Starbucks. But the next thing I processed was the Lord spoke to me and He said, "It's okay. I gave you all those things, and I have blessed you with your talents and your resources. And I showed you this so that you can use this for the kingdom. I gave you what I gave you so that you can magnify my work and magnify my love." And so that was the why. So I came out of obedience because He said so. And then once I got here, He revealed the why. And so that is the wide range of emotions that I've processed through this trip. And then we get here this weekend, and the people that have come, and I've shared the gospel with people, and I've never done that. So if you've never done that, it's okay. Like, step out. And it was scary, and I was nervous, but people reached in their pockets and pulled out their cell phones and started videoing the message, the very simple message I shared about how to achieve salvation and how to accept Jesus. And their faces just lit up, and they were so hungry for it, and they asked for prayer. And again, I was so humbled and felt such guilt. And we have a church on every corner. It's air conditioned and it has indoor toilets and every convenience, and they're empty. These people walked, some of them with children, carrying children 2.5 hours over and down a mountain to come to hear the word. And they were just lit up by it. And if you're not a believer, and you may look at this with skepticism, and I get it. I totally get it. But I am here, and I have lived it. And I'm never going to be the same because of it. So through everything, through that first encounter with that girl, with Todd breaking his arm, I count it all just to the glory of God. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful that he gave me the opportunity to be a witness. And I'm thankful that you let me share it with you. Thanks.